What's going on, Aces? Welcome back to the channel. So we just gonna keep the party going because Cat Williams said that 2024, the truth will be exposed. And I promise you, it has not let up yet, right? We halfway through and it's just like one lawsuit after another. And the truth will definitely be exposed. So this article is from Time Magazine, okay? So Time, they're pretty credible. Let me go ahead and read it to you. The Dream, a famed music producer for Beyonce. Why is she in it? That's the title. I know Beyonce is somewhere. Like, now why am I in it? Now see how I get thrown in the stuff? I ain't even did nothing. He's accused of R in a new lawsuit. So the music producer and songwriter, known working closely with artists like Beyonce, Rihanna, and Usher, has been accused of R, S trafficking, and S battery in a new lawsuit filed in the U.S. District Court in Los Angeles. The suit was filed by a former protege of the producer named Shani Monroe, whose real name is Shanez Mangro. Okay. So Mangro, I think it's Mangro, alleges in the lawsuit that the Dream, whose real name is Terrius gets Dod Diamant. I'm so sorry for butchering these people's names. I'm just gonna call him the Dream Terrius. Misled her into believing that he could help her career and that she was lured into an abusive relationship with him. Mangro says that Diamant forced her to be intimate with him on multiple occasions, forced her to drink excessive amounts of alcohol, and physically assaulted her and threatened to share footage of an intimate encounter. And as we all know from the Martell and Melody of it all, that type of threat is illegal, which is why he got put behind bars. So if you guys, first of all, just in my opinion, I just wouldn't do it, right? I don't put anything past anyone. And I know that when you first get into a relationship, the romantic, the honeymoon phase of a relationship is great, right? But don't put yourself in that position. Because to be honest, again, I don't put anything past anyone, right? And I mean, they could be your spouse, they could be, people are people. So, in my opinion, and this is just my opinion. Again, people are grown; they're gonna do what they want to do. But I would suggest don't even take pictures or videos or anything like that, because that puts yourself in a position to be put out on the World Wide Web, and people are unstable. So let's keep it moving. What Dream did to me made it impossible to live the life I envisioned for myself and pursue my goals as a singer and songwriter, Monroe said in a statement to the New York Times. She says, quote, unfortunately, my silence has become too painful and I realize that I need to tell my story to heal. Good for her. Good. I hope that doing so will also help others and prevent future horrific abuse. So Diamant is an 8-time Grammy winner and has connections with some of the biggest pop stars in the world, having collaborated with Beyonce on 2 of her most recent albums, as well as producing songs like Umbrella for Rihanna, All of the Lights by Kanye West, and Baby by Justin Bieber, just to name a few. Okay, so he's famous, famous. See, and it's so sad, right? Because there's so many men out there who are so talented and they just, I don't know if it's the fame, the power that gets to their head or what, but they just become these like monsters. It's horrible, allegedly. The lawsuit says that he used his position as a frequent collaborator with 2 of the biggest pop stars in the world and, quote, lured the young and vulnerable artists into abusive, violent, and manipulative relationships filled with physical assaults, violent S encounters, and horrific psychological manipulation. See, and that's the thing. I really feel like, that whole saying power corrupts and absolute power corrupts absolutely. I feel like power, money, fame, that just heightens your character. That just shows who you really are, right? I feel like a lot of, the red pills on, and the incels on Twitter would turn into this if they had the capital, if they had the resources to, unfortunately take out all that trauma, unhealed trauma onto vulnerable people, more specifically younger women. It's horrific. It's a tale as old as time. Time reached out to Diamant's representatives for comment, but did not immediately hear back, of course. In a statement to the New York Times, a representative for the producer says these claims are untrue and defamatory. I oppose all forms of harassment and have always strived to help people realize their career goals. As someone committed to making a positive impact on my fellow artists and the world at large, I am deeply offended and saddened by these accusations. Okay. Uh, Mangro is represented by two attorneys who helped Cassie Ventura file a lawsuit against Diddy. Okay, that's interesting. Douglas Wigdor and Meredith Firetog. The two attorneys said in a statement to Rolling Stone, Dream, like Sean Combs did with Ms. Ventura and others, used his stand. Oh, so they were helping the victim. Yeah, okay. I just wanted to make sure. I'm sorry, I read that wrong. I was like, I know they're not helping him. Okay, so they're helping the victim, Mongrel. Okay. Sorry, you guys, it's been a long day. Dream, like Sean Combs did with Miss Ventura and others, used his standing as a prominent recording artist and producer to subject Miss Monroe to vicious physical, psychological, and abuse. They continued, while she will never fully recover from what he did and those who supported him did to her, her willingness to speak out now is evidence of the extraordinary strength of her extraordinary strength. We are honored to represent her. This is not the first time the Diamant has been accused of abuse. See, okay, that's a problem. When it's a pattern, that's an issue. In 2014, he was charged with felony assault and putting his fingers around somebody in their airway, causing their airway to stop. Reckless endangerment and child endangerment after it was reported that he kicked, punched, and constricted the airway of his then 8-month pregnant girlfriend. The charges were dropped and he was cleared. That is inexcusable. And they say that the increase of DV goes up when a woman is pregnant when she's at her most vulnerable. But I also read and researched that when someone does that, when they try to constrict your airway like that, I can't say the word because of YouTube guidelines, but when they do that, um, that shows their psychosis, right? Like that is the one of the most violent forms of DV. See, like my grandma says, y'all, everybody ain't lying on you. It's not going to be multiple people saying the same thing about you before you need to look inward, look in the mirror. That is horrific. But these are all alleged. I'm glad that she got Cassie's lawyers on her side, though, working for her. You guys, this is a mess. All these music producers, Kanye West, The Dream, all these musical artists, Diddy, and the truth is being revealed. And to do that to somebody who is carrying your child who's 8 months pregnant, who's carrying, you know what I mean, bringing a life into this world, that is just so disgusting and despicable. And notice that these cowards never do any of this stuff to men. It's always to women, and it's women who are younger than them, who are more vulnerable than them. You're never more vulnerable than when you're pregnant. And I can't even imagine being 8 months pregnant and have to deal with somebody trying to, unalive you essentially when they're choking not only your airway, but also that of your unborn child. If this is true, this man needs to be under the jail. I hope that whoever this young lady is, his ex-girlfriend, is somewhere safe, protected, and I hope that her child is okay. Because that is just, I mean, I can't even, that's ridiculous. And so now he has another person, another woman saying that he essentially did the same thing to her. I don't know what it is about power, fame, money that goes to these men's head, but they need to check themselves. I'm glad that she got Cassie's attorneys, both of them. I hope that they get him just like they got Diddy, if this is true, because I know it's alleged. But these men need to start keeping their hands to themselves, and they need to be held accountable. Again, this is true, right? Of course, he came out with the whole he's deeply saddened and all this stuff. Don't let this girl have video evidence like Cassie did. It's gonna be a wrap, because that's the same thing Diddy said. He was like, enough is enough, and it's just a payday, and I'm going to do everything to protect my name, my legacy, my family. Boom, CNN dropped the receipts. Now all of a sudden, I was messed up. I was rock bottom. No, you were dead wrong. You're an abuser, and you need to be held accountable. So if this is true, then I hope that justice prevails in favor of this young woman. You guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Of course, I'll link the article for reference. But please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will talk with you in the next one. Take care, aces. Be safe out there, y'all. Bye.